Man, crying shame. Crying shame indeed. Crying shame indeed. Realest one, what's good? What's good? Peace, peace, blessings, all of that. So a while back, there was a situation that had taken place, right? Now, some of y'all probably remember this. If I'm getting any of the details misconstrued or confused, just leave a comment and correct me. But the basics of it was this kid, because actually they were all kids. That's the thing that made it worse. There was a kid who was trying to get the attention of some females. I think they were sisters, twin sisters, and they ended up rejecting him, right? And the kid ends up going overboard. He ends up attacking these sisters. He ends up stabbing them. There was a couple seconds of footage where you could see him, upset about being rejected. But what happened to the sisters had happened off camera. He ends up stabbing these sisters. One had died and the other one was in critical condition. I don't remember if she lived or died. Now, what that did was it had shined the light on that touchy subject pertaining to men that go overboard when facing rejection from women. And I get it. I get it. I get it. I'm a man myself, right? Any real one is going to tell you, though, rejection is a part of life. Whether it feels good, hell no, it don't. It can mess with your confidence at times. It can mess with your psyche. But hell, even women get rejected. That's just what it is. It literally is a part of life. Some people can handle it and some people can't. But what you certainly don't do is pick up a gun to take somebody's life behind being rejected. Those 20 seconds of being emotional can cost you 20 years, but that seems to go right over the heads of these dudes that do the bullshit. It's got to stop. It really has got to stop. It's a damn shame. You understand? The only thing that's just as bad as that, if not worse, is when you have two people who are already in a relationship and there's so much toxicity to where the female has to go and get a restraining order on the man. But what if that man decides to violate that restraining order? That's what happened in Baltimore. This happened some days ago. The footage is heartbreaking, fam. I'm not gonna lie. Like it literally had like horror movie vibes to it. You know, when the last girl in the horror movie is running from her killer and she ends up falling flat on her face, it happened just like that, man. It was crazy. I think they took it down now because the family of this girl was like, please take this video down, right? So in the video though, what was happening, you see the girl and the guy, they're talking, having conversation. She's getting away from him, walking away from him though. And you can hear her say, I have a restraining order on you, right? And you can't understand what he's saying, but the vibe is, I don't care nothing about that. I think he even said call police. Now, the only reason it was being recorded is because there was an elderly person from what they sounded like they were recording this, right? And next thing you know, this girl ends up taking off from this dude, running around the lot, and he's like right on her tail too, right? She's screaming bloody murder before he even gets a chance to do anything. Scared for her life, right? It made the hairs raise up on the back of your neck. This girl was screaming bloody freaking murder, fam. And that person that was recording was like, leave her alone, get the away from her, telling her to come over, like come over here, get away from him and all of that. She said, I'm gonna call the cops. He wasn't caring nothing about that. Before the video clicked off, she ends up falling flat on her face. And what happened off screen was he ends up shooting this girl 4 times. Broad day, outside of some apartments in a parking lot. 4 times he shot this girl, took her life right there. The thing that was so messed up about this situation is that, when you have two people who are having possible domestic abuse and, it's toxic between them, the people will say, do something, get away from that person, get a restraining order against them. They'll say, take action. This girl actually had taken action and she had went and got a restraining order against this dude, but it still did not stop her from losing her life to this man, fam. It's a crying shame. I'm a man. I can never put myself in a woman's shoes, but I can imagine for anybody, especially a woman, it's got to be horrifying, terrifying when your life is in possible jeopardy and you actually take action. You actually go to the law and you still end up in a situation where your life gets snatched. That shit don't make no sense, man. Now, the family of this girl was in the comments of the site that had the video up. And she was going off. This lady was going off saying, listen, can y'all please take this effing video down? We are going through enough, right? And there were people that were arguing in the comments. Some people felt like, yo, why wouldn't they call the cops sooner? Why would they sit there and record this? Because, we're in the era. We've been in the era of pick up your phone and record before you pick up your phone and down 911, right? That's just what it is. That's the reason we even see a lot of these situations play out, because a person will go in their pocket and pull their phone out to record instead of dialing them numbers. It's sad. It is. But also, the only reason a lot of these situations ended up having justice is because it was recorded, you know? So I don't know what y'all take on that is. I mean, what do you do? Do you pick up your phone, dial 911, or do you record it, to see what's going to happen? Because how you supposed to know at the same time? You don't know that. You never expect somebody to pull out a damn gun and just start shooting right there and that. And that's what the people was saying. They were so surprised that that had actually happened, right? Some people were in the house. They said all they heard was pow, 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 like right outside, broad day. Things can happen so fast, you understand? And I think that's what it was with this situation. It happened so fast. It picked up like that from 0 to 100. She's walking away from the dude, and then all of a sudden, pew, she's running around the lot. He's right there behind her. She falls flat on her face. I don't think anybody could have seen that come. It's like, yeah, even if you're the person watching, you barely have time to react. If anything, the elderly person probably thought, well, just in case he put his hands on her, I'm going to make sure I have it on camera. I doubt that woman had it in her mind, oh, this fool about to start shooting in broad day. But you forget this world is sick as hell, and there's fools out here that definitely will get the bus in broad day. It's crazy. Now, like I said, from what I've seen, it looks like the video was taken down. This situation happened a couple of days ago, and it's not really being talked about as much as it probably should. And it's crazy to me that they were saying that they're looking for the killer. And see, that brings me back to recording these situations, because if she had to go and get a restraining order against this dude and he ends up taking her life and it's recorded, then obviously from the footage, they should be able to tell, and the family should be able to help the laws identify him. Like, oh, that's her boyfriend. There's no need to find the killer. They're saying it like they don't know who the killer was, like they didn't have no idea. Like there was no footage at all. You know what I mean? So I'm just say that to say somebody, pulling out their phone and pressing record, that could possibly be the reason why that person gets justice. You know what I mean? But I'm sure everybody got their own perspective on that, man. At the end of the day, it's like this. I could never even put myself in the shoes of a man who would consider taking the life of somebody because they said no, just because they wanted nothing to do with them. And also, what good is a restraining order if that person can still willfully just pull right up on you? Is it even worth getting a restraining order put on somebody? Because in that moment, from what I was watching, it didn't make a damn bit of difference. That boy wasn't thinking about no piece of paper telling him stay this much away from this girl. He wasn't thinking about that. And it's fucked up because it tells some women like, yo, it's basically spreading the message to some women saying, listen, ladies, no matter if you come to us or not, we still can't help you. Ain't still no telling if that fool gonna pull up and shoot you. Ain't that some shit? Like I say, there's not much information on this. I'm surprised it wasn't made to be a bigger deal than what you would think it would be. You know what I mean? This girl was a beautiful girl. I don't even know her last name. Maybe they'll come up with some updates, you know, before this week is out. But I did go to her family's Instagram page. There's a lady who she's related to, and she's upset about the fact that the video was even out. They're saying, I don't even want to know about any video that's out there. I don't want to watch that. It's too painful. They're saying to shut all the videos down. Don't even share them out, which I can understand. Why would you want to see your loved one get chased around a damn lot like that, knowing that they're getting ready to lose their life? But at the same time, this might be the thing that helps them get justice for losing their loved one, you know? So is it a double-edged sword? I don't know, man. Y'all leave y'all comments on this. But fellas, y'all got to do better, man. Y'all got to do better. If one woman say no, there's still plenty of women out there. Y'all don't have to throw your life away like that. You end up taking yourself away from your family and you taking that person away from theirs. You understand? Understand you're not going to get away with it. It's not worth it. 20 seconds of emotion will cost you 20 years, if not more, of your damn life. Give that a second thought before you do it. Fuck is wrong with y'all? Realest one, man. I'm out.